Hey, this is the IELTS tips from A to Z with Stanislav Boyko. Let me tell you about repetition in IELTS writing. Many candidates are afraid to repeat words because they think that every single word should be paraphrased. Well, that's not actually true. It's a common misconception. So let me try to explain to you when we need to repeat words and when we need to paraphrase them on the IELTS writing test. In task 1, we often have categories in graphs that are often difficult to paraphrase. For instance, sometimes we need to describe the changes in the amount of fish consumption. Well, here we got the word fish, which doesn't have a synonym. So we can write fish and we can repeat it in our description. Of course, we can use some pronouns like it or that, but we shouldn't use other words to replace fish. Some candidates try to do that and they write something ridiculous like marine creatures or sea animals instead of fish. That's totally unnatural to do so in IELTS writing task 1. Some other candidates try to replace fast food with junk food, and it's another mistake because junk food is food that is harmful to a human organism, but fast food isn't always harmful. So these two are not synonyms, and it would be incorrect to paraphrase fast food with junk food. In writing task 2, we have a lot of essays about parents, and the word parents doesn't have synonyms either. Of course, we need to repeat parents many times in our essays. We can paraphrase parents with pronouns again like they, them, these, or we can use some adjective forms like parental, but we shouldn't find other nouns that, can replace the word parents. And again, some candidates try to do that as well, and they write mothers and fathers. Or some more creative candidates, they can write even mummies and daddies instead of parents. It's absolutely unprofessional and of course incorrect. If you pay attention, all of these key words are nouns, and these nouns can be repeated. So which words should not be repeated and should be paraphrased then? Well, now we can speak about verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. In most cases, they have synonyms, and it's better to replace them with other words. For example, in task 1, we have usually trends like increase, decrease, fluctuate. And if we write them once, we should try not to write these words again. Like if you write increase, try to write next time something like climb or grow. If you write fluctuate, try to write next time something like change considerably. Instead of decrease, we can write decline, drop. You see, there are synonyms for these words. The same with task 2. If you write some adjectives like useful, you can easily replace this word with helpful, effective, or if you write adverbs like immediately, you can paraphrase it with instantly. These words can be paraphrased. So let's conclude. In most cases on the IELTS writing test, we have nouns that are key words and that do not have synonyms. They should be repeated. But regarding verbs, adjectives, and adverbs, they often have synonyms, and this is where you can show how good your vocabulary is.